These are the 3 specified items. So I love UiPath. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So today in this video we will learn how to display a list of items one below another in UiPath to present your data in a clear and a better way. Okay, so let's start by creating a new project. Over here, choose process and name it anything that best describes it. I'm gonna name it as list demo, as I can't think of any other name, and provide the description to display a list of items. Okay, then click create. This is your design canvas where you can drag and drop activities from the activities panel. Okay, so first we need to define a list of items. For this we will use a variable of type list of string. So let's create a variable named items list. Okay, list, and set the variable type to list of string. Let's browse for more types. Here you just have to type in list in the search bar. Keep scrolling until you find list of string. Okay, so this is what we are going to use, system.collection.generic. Click on this. As soon as you select it, a drop down appears where you need to define the type your list is going to hold. So for a list of strings, you would need to select string from the drop down menu and then click OK. And you also need to set the scope. We will keep the default as this variable belongs to this main sequence. So the scope of this variable is limited to this main sequence. Okay, and if you want to initialize it with some default value, you can do that over here. So for now we will leave it blank. Okay, now to define a list of items, we can use an assign activity. Drag the assign activity onto the workflow. Okay, I have dragged it and now I'm going to drop it over here. In the to field, you need to specify the variable that you want to assign a value to. And here in the value field, you need to specify the value that you want to assign to the variable. This could be a static value, an expression, or the result of another activity. I am going to specify that variable which I have just defined, items list, to assign it a value. Cool. And in the value field, I'm going to define my list. Okay, open in expression editor. New is used to create something new. Think of it like buying an empty box and then filling it with some items. Okay, new list of string, as we are going to create a list of strings, right? This is gonna create a new list that can hold strings. Okay, and then from, now we need to fill this list with some items, right? So from, and here you need to specify the items which you want to fill this list with. Okay, I love UiPath. So these are the 3 items which I am going to fill this list with. Now click on save. Now to display the items one below another, we need to convert this list into a single string where each item is separated by a line break and store that in a variable. So to do that, we need to define another variable of type string, right? As we are going to convert this list into a single string, so the type of this variable has to be string. All right, so let's name it as list, and by default the type of this variable is set to string. Okay, we need to use another assign activity to save that concatenated string to the variable we had just defined. Okay, so I'm gonna drag it and drop it underneath this, and in the to field parameter I need to specify the variable that I want to assign a value to, that is going to be list. And in value parameter I'm gonna use a string.join method that is gonna join the items of my list into a single string. This takes 2 parameters, separator and the value. Separator means the string that will appear between each element, and values is nothing but the collection of strings to concatenate. Okay, so as separator I'm gonna use environment dot new line. Okay, this is used as a separator to insert a new line between each element in the list. And as values I'm gonna use this variable items list, as this is the variable which is holding a list of items, right? So over here, as my second parameter, I need to pass this variable items list. Alright, so to display our concatenated string, we can use a message box. So in the search panel, type in message box and let's drag it and drop it into a workflow, okay, underneath this assign activity, okay, and set the text property to list, as this is the variable which is holding the concatenated string. So this message box will display the string with each list item on a new line, okay. So now let's run our workflow to see the message box in action. Over here, you just have to click on run file.
Now it begins to execute according to the sequence and the logic you have defined in your workflow.
And there you go, a message box appearing, displaying each items from the list one below another, right? These are the 3 specified items. I love UiPath. So that's pretty much for the day. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more such tutorials. I'll see you guys in my next video. Cheers. Bye bye.